What is the saturated zone beneath the water table? Imagine digging into the ground and reaching a point where the soil feels wet all the way through. That's where the water begins to fill all the tiny spaces in the soil and rocks. This area is called the saturated zone. It is also known as the phreatic zone or zone of saturation. Here, every pore in the soil, sediment, or rock is completely filled with water. This is different from the layer above, called the unsaturated zone, where pores contain both air and water. The water in this zone is called groundwater. The top of the saturated zone is marked by the water table. The water table is like an invisible line that separates the dry part of the ground from the wet part. When it rains or snow melts, water seeps down through the soil and refills this zone. The depth of the water table can change a lot depending on the weather, the type of soil, and how much water people use. During dry periods, the water table can drop, and during rainy seasons, it can rise. The saturated zone is very important because it acts as a natural underground reservoir. It stores water that can be pumped out through wells for drinking, farming, or industry. The pressure of the water in this zone is enough to push water up into wells, making it accessible for human use. Many underground layers called aquifers are part of this zone. These aquifers are made of permeable rocks or sediments that hold and transmit water. Some aquifers are unconfined, meaning the water table is their upper boundary. Others are confined, trapped beneath an impermeable layer that keeps the water under pressure. The saturated zone also helps keep rivers and springs flowing. When water moves through this zone, it slowly travels underground, eventually reaching the surface again. This movement is part of the natural water cycle. Understanding this zone is key to managing our water supplies wisely. It helps us plan where to drill wells, avoid contamination, and prevent salt water from intruding into freshwater supplies. In short, the saturated zone beneath the water table is the fully water-filled part of the ground that holds most of our underground water. It supports our water needs and keeps the environment healthy.